First up, the massive twist in the Rafale dogfight that erupted today. This followed a newspaper report with the Defence Ministry note that alleged that the Prime Minister's office was interfering with the Rafale deal negotiations. Now, there has been a very dramatic development. The full note of the Defence Ministry has finally been released. It's in public domain, which also, in fact, has the reply of the then Defence Minister, Manohar Parrikar. Parrikar, in his reply to the Defence Secretary, had rejected the claim, calling it an overreaction. Mr. Manohar Parrikar also said that the Prime Minister's office is just monitoring the progress of the case. While the newspaper put out only one portion of the Defence Ministry's concerns, the Congress President used that particular note and those concerns that were raised by the Defence Secretary to attack the Prime Minister. Rahul Gandhi claimed that there were two parallel negotiations going on between India and France, one of which was being directly controlled by the Prime Minister's office, thereby undermining India's position.
Of course, it's corporate warfare. It's absolutely corporate warfare between corporates and the Defence Ministry. And Mr. Narendra Modi is the representative of Mr. Anil Ambani. Absolutely, the Prime Minister is right. 100%. He is the one who's done this. Here, it's written here. Please do not do parallel negotiations. Who's he doing parallel negotiations for you? For not for you. Is he doing them for you? No, he's doing them for Anil Ambani. Please take a good look at it. Friends in the Air Force, generals, pilots. It is written clearly here that the Prime Minister of India is a thief. He has stolen 30,000 crores from you. The Defence Ministry is objecting to his interference. Mr. Anil Ambani is his man, and Mr. Anil Ambani has been given 30,000 crores of your money. Now, my friends in the Air Force, pilots, remember one thing. This 30,000 crores could have been used for your safety. This 30,000 crores could have been given to your families. This 30,000 crores could be given to you when you die in a plane crash. This is your money. This is not the money of Anil Ambani. Supreme Court को सरकार ने झूठ बोला है. It's clear. If Supreme Court had this paperwork, you think Supreme Court would have given the judgment that they gave? This was withheld from the Supreme Court, of course. So that entire judgment is also in question. That judgment is now completely in question. The CAG report that was supposed to come, that had already come, never came. And now here you have clear black and white. What is the... Just let me ask this question. There is a clear paperwork here that is saying that Mr. Narendra Modi, PMO, they mentioned PMO, Narendra Modi, has bypassed the negotiation process. It clearly says कि नरेंद्र मोदी ने नेगोशिएशन प्रोसेस को बाईपास किया है. कल नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने लंबा भाषण दिया. नरेंद्र मोदी एक्सेसिबल है, भाषण देते हैं. इसके बारे में क्यों नहीं बोलते? इसके बारे में बोलिए. नरेंद्र मोदी देश की वायुसेना को समझाएं कि डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री ये क्यों लिख रही है कि नरेंद्र मोदी पैरेलल नेगोशिएशन कर रहा है. इसके बारे में बोले.
Concerned about this matter and they've raised the issue based on a newspaper report, I'd like to point out a few things in this. If the newspaper itself has chosen to say or point out in detail the then Defence Secretary's comment, which was meant for the attention of the Raksha Mantri then, and the Raksha Mantri's reply was also given in written. If the newspaper wanted to bring the truth out, I would have thought it was incumbent on that newspaper to put that reply of the Raksha Mantri then also on record. And the opposition leaders who want a reply should now know what that reply of that then Raksha Mantri Shri Parrikar was. Then Raksha Mantri Shri Parrikar had very clearly said, in response to that, while noting of the Defence Secretary to remain calm, There's nothing to worry. Things are going all right. To that extent was the detailed reply given by the then Raksha Mantri Shri Parrikar ji. In all fairness, it should have been the duty of the newspaper which has published this to also put it on record. That was the comment of the Defence Secretary then. The reply given was this. I would like to remind you, Madam Speaker, that during my reply on 4th January, I had very clearly pointed out this particular allegation also about the suspected interference by the PMO and gave a reply even on the 4th January about it, that when periodically PMO inquires about the progress of any work, that cannot be construed as interference. And I would like to remind you, Madam, through you, I would like to remind the entire House, what was the interference by the National Advisory Council, NAC, led by Srimati Sonia Gandhi? Did she interfere? Was that interference? If that is interference, then talk about it. NAC was running the PMO. Was that an interference? Will that be reported? And above all, the ethics of the paper and the ethics of the opposition. I want to question, did the Hindu, the newspaper, also put on the top, Chaukidar Chore? You've added that. How right is that? How ethical is that? And therefore, Madam, every question on Rafale is over and done with, answered. They're flogging a dead horse. They're flogging a dead horse. The newspaper and the opposition party. And in other words, they are, like what the Honorable Prime Minister said yesterday, playing into the hands of multinational corporations and with vested interests, keeping the issue alive. They're not interested in the Indian Air Force getting powerful. They're not interested in the Indian Air Force becoming empowered. They are working to the play, the tunes of, they're working to the tunes of multinational corporate warfare. They're damaging this country. I charge them with that offense.
All right, let's go straight across now to my colleague Supriya Bharadwaj. Supriya, what a day it has been. If the Congress today launched a blistering attack on the government by referring to that newspaper report, accusing the Prime Minister of lying in the Supreme Court and accusing him of undermining India's position. Now the BJP has come back with a fiercer counter. Nirmala Sitharaman making the full content of that report public and also mentioning that the Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar did respond to the concerns raised by the Defence Secretary. How is the Congress responding now?
Well, just now the Congress has responded, Avantika, and it seems that this is just the beginning of the big Rafale fight. Just now, Congress's Communication Department head Randeep Surjewala has tweeted, and I quote him. Now the Congress is saying that it is clear that PM Modi lied to Supreme Court and he misled it also, because in an affidavit before Supreme Court, particularly para 24, 25 and 27, Modi ji said that negotiations and Rafale deal were being held by INT. Defence Ministry file notings now show otherwise. So doesn't it amount to action by the Supreme Court for perjury? Now this is the latest hit back from the Congress party on the entire Rafale response to Congress President Rahul Gandhi's presser by the government is concerned. The Congress party is going all out and saying that in Supreme Court you said something else, now you're coming out and saying something else, and the file notings of the then Defence Minister Mr. Parrikar's handwritten notings are telling a different story. Avantika, it's a crazy day, we can say, as far as the Rafale is concerned, because the entire parliament has erupted, the entire the political arena is up in arms. Even the defence experts are coming out and talking about this issue. And as far as the entire Rafale is concerned, certainly Congress has upped the ante along with the other opposition party on the government. And this very note which has come out, the note from the Defence Ministry has come out, is one of the biggest arsenal, one of the biggest weapons.
Stunning twist, as you rightly said, Supriya, has completely, come out of nowhere. It has also triggered a fresh war of words between the BJP and the Congress. But what is going to be the Congress's plan now going ahead? Because you have Nirmala Sitharaman, who's put out the full content, the remaining part of that report out in public domain, which contains Manohar Parrikar's response to the Defence Secretary. Sources in the government are also claiming that just because the Prime Minister is inquiring about a deal shouldn't be construed as interfering. How will the Congress use this to continue their attack against the BJP and the Prime Minister, because this has come as fresh ammo for them?
Well, Avantika, there are 4 key points in this entire strategy ahead as far as the Congress party is concerned. First, they will continue to demand JPC as far as the remaining days of the 16th Lok Sabha are concerned. After that, what we are hearing from the sources, the Congress is expecting that the code of conduct will come into play, and then the run up to 2019 Lok Sabha polls campaigning will start. Second thing is this, that they will be going all out and saying that, look, we were demanding a JPC probe, but the government didn't want to come out clean. So we are going to give you a promise that once the government changes in 2019, after the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, we are going to ensure that a criminal investigation takes place in the entire Rafale saga. Third thing we are hearing from the Congress party is that they will go all out. They will try to bring in all the opposition party leaders together and will have a systematic attack on the government as far as the Rafale is concerned. They are saying that on one hand, allegedly the investigating agencies are being used to target the opposition leaders. On the other hand, why no action or at least a probe is marked as far as various other corruption cases are concerned, including that of Rafale. The fourth one, which is the really most interesting one, where the Congress President Rahul Gandhi himself has said that they are going to come out and play on the front foot. He has said that it's okay, you can get anyone probed, whether it is Mr. Chidambaram, whether it is anyone else associated. He didn't name Mr. Vadra, but he was referring to him, or any other opposition leader. But as far as the government is concerned, they have to mark a probe in the entire Rafale saga because there is an evidence. And this very note has given a huge weapon in the arms of the opposition, in particular the Congress party and its president, who will be shortly addressing a rally in Bhopal later in the afternoon. And there what we are hearing is that the attack will continue. Already the war of words has escalated between the BJP and the Congress on the Rafale issue, but many of the experts as well as the Congress insiders are saying more is yet to come.
No, but is more yet to come only about the Rafale fighter jet deal? Because that has been one consistent issue that the Congress party has taken up against the government. Why are they not acknowledging the fact that there has been an omission? There wasn't the portion of the defense minister then that has been included in the newspaper report. Will they not acknowledge this remark that was made by the defense minister then, that it perhaps could have been an overreaction and any kind of question cannot be construed as interference?
Well, Avantika, according to some of the authoritative sources, they knew that what was coming and they wanted it from the government side to come, that this thing should come out from the government side, because in a way, what is the footnote saying? That it appears PMO and French authorities. This is what a Congress leader pointed towards, and he said that, look, this is the line which sums up the entire situation, because in the Supreme Court, the government goes out and says there's a particular agency which is dealing with the Rafale, no one else is interfering. On the other hand, there's a footnote which says, and it has been written by the then defense minister, that the PMO as well as the French authorities, it appears, are negotiating. So they are saying that this we have been saying from a very long time, that the PMO is the one which is calling all the shots. Other ministers are just, saying back. And this is what the opposition's next big attack on the government will be, and in particularly Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So they're going all out and saying that, yes, this is a footnote, but look what is written on the footnote, because in a way it is pointing towards what the opposition has been maintaining, that barring few ministries, other ministries are completely allegedly controlled by the Prime Minister's office. So this is the the other side of the story, which the opposition people are coming out and giving. On the other hand, Avantika, the government and in particularly Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that in the past also there have been instances where the PMO has been monitoring what is going on in other ministries. So that is what the government's stand is.
Okay, Supriya, stay on with me. So clearly a full-blown political war that has exploded over the new twist in the Rafale fighter jet deal. The government has come out all guns blazing against the Congress president, Rahul Gandhi, with government sources claiming that the bureaucrat who raised the concern was very much present when the deal was inked. In fact, there are no questions pending when the Rafale deal was finally signed. According to sources in the government, this note published in the media is a selective leak and it projects the entire story out of context. Very important information coming in. This is information coming in from within the government, how they feel that this entire report has been published and it's out of context. It could be motivated. Nirmala Sitharaman also hitting out at the report, saying that it was not a complete report, and in fact then she divulging and releasing the full contents of that report, Manohar Parrikar's response to the concerns that were raised by the Defence Secretary.
एक समाचार पत्र का हवाला देते हुए उन्होंने फिर से प्रधानमंत्री पर राफेल के संदर्भ में आरोप किए। यह सरासर गलत है, हम इसको खारिज करते हैं, क्योंकि उस समाचार पत्र ने भी केवल नोटिंग का एक पैराग्राफ दिया है और उसके नीचे रक्षा मंत्री ने जो पैराग्राफ दिया वो समाचार पत्र ने वो पैराग्राफ नहीं छापा और उतावले राहुल गांधी जो आधा छपा उसी के आधार पर आरोप लगाने लगे।
जिस कांग्रेस पार्टी में सेना की खरीदी में दलाली हुआ करती थी, आज जब राफेल के कारण भारत की वायु सेना मजबूत महसूस कर रही है। हमारा स्पष्ट आरोप है राहुल गांधी भारत विरोधी ताकतों के घेरे में खेल रहे हैं। पूरे 10 साल कोई काम नहीं होने दिया गया और 12-13 में फाइनलाइज भी हुआ तो फिर उसको रोक दिया गया क्योंकि राफेल के डील में राहुल गांधी की पार्टी को दलाली नहीं मिली थी।
National Affairs Editor Rahul Srivastava is also with us. Charges and counter charges being levelled from both the sides. Rahul, you have the BJP accusing the Congress of deliberately weakening the armed forces, especially the Indian Air Force, and you have the Congress president today lashing out at the Prime Minister, accusing him of undermining India's position as far as this deal is concerned. But, you know, give us a sense of the remaining part of that report now that has been made public, that is in public domain. Why was this part omitted? You have the Defence Minister, Manohar Parrikar, who is responding to the concerns that were raised by the Defence Secretary.
Avantika, if we analyze what appeared in the newspaper today and what our Defence Ministry sources have given us as far as that in-note question is, the note is, the fact remains that the story which appeared in the newspaper seems to flag that when the Secretary of Defence flagged the issue, why is the PMO interfering, and it is actually undermining it by not quoting what the Defence Minister had written on that note, it seemed that the issue remained unaddressed. And still, despite the Defence Secretary's objections, the deal was signed out. But now that the document that the government has given us access to shows very clearly that 11th of January, that is few days after the Defence Secretary's note was circulated, the Defence Minister, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, has signed on the note that there were no negotiations, but a sense of communication between the PMO and the government of France, largely for the pace of the deal. Primarily because of the price negotiations, there was a slowdown. That's what government was saying, and it had nothing to do with the pricing or any other part of the negotiation.
Right.
Now, this is what the government is saying. The fact remains that this becomes political ammunition is in a politically surcharged atmosphere is extremely obvious.
Yes.
But if the Congress and now the newspaper, the owner says, perhaps was it an error of judgment that a note which was cropped and manipulated, because government notes cannot be produced in parts. It has to be a complete note. Then only it is called authentic. Where was it a plant? That's a very serious offense, because that means there are lobbies still working as the government and several sources are telling us that they are trying to thwart the
But you know,
Rafale deal,
Rahul, one cannot even ignore the choice of words that have been used by the Defence Secretary. It's a very strongly worded note that has been prepared by the then Defence Secretary G. Mohan Kumar, when he's saying that perhaps it is desirable that such discussions be avoided by the PMO as it undermines our negotiating position. Such discussions be avoided by the Prime Minister's office. What would that indicate? Because it clearly seems that the Defence Secretary isn't pleased with these conversations that allegedly have happened between the Prime Minister's office and the French government.
Avantika, I think this shows a very healthy atmosphere, primarily because I think Mr. Mohan must have been a very self-righteous and an upright officer to put it down his objection on paper. Because usually in officers we have seen officers who don't do that and lead to problems.
Right.
I think his strong wording is an indicator to the Prime Minister's office to stay off the negotiations. But whether there was interference, whether there was true interference in the price negotiation and others, Mr. Manohar Parrikar's note does explain it a bit, but it does not still, to me, end the matter.
All right, we leave it at that. Rahul, thank you so much for joining us and just getting us more perspective to this big story, a stunning twist, the Rafale bomb that exploded, which has triggered a fresh war of words between the BJP and the Congress.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.